everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful nationally preempted due to Iran missile strikes on U.S. base in Qatar. Monday's regularly scheduled episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was preempted due to CBS Television's breaking news coverage of the Iran missile strikes at a U.S. airbase in Doha, Qatar. President Donald Trump had indicated that the U.S. was given prior warning of the Iranian strike, and Qatari authorities said the missiles were intercepted. Due to the Middle East situation, B&B is airing an encore presentation for viewers on the West Coast only, which originally aired on March 25, 2022. In it, the show honored its 35th anniversary via a standalone episode on the loves of the life of Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. The episode featured Jack Wagner, Nick, Windsor Harmon, Thorne, Thorsten K., Ridge, John McCook, Eric, and Don Diamond, Bill, along with Lang. Going forward, the original B&B spoilers and tune-in alerts for the week of June 23 to 27 move back one day as follows. Nick secretly listens in on Taylor and Ridge. Steffi, Finn, and Will conspire against Luna, while she defends herself to Sheila. Ridge responds to Taylor's burning question. Will seeks to prevent Luna from meddling in their lives again, while Steffi and Finn wait anxiously and worry. Katie offers Brooke affectionate advice about her relationship troubles. Elektra feels sick watching Will and Luna kiss during his attempt to get Luna to confess on camera. Ridge and Taylor indulge in their love as Nick gets ready to share what he's learned with Brooke. Things take a very unexpected turn when Luna catches on to what is happening. As the golden afternoon sun filtered through the windows of millions of American living rooms, many expected the familiar strains of the theme music from The Bold and the Beautiful to signal their daily descent into the glitz, glamour, and heartbreak of Los Angeles' most dramatic fictional fashion empire. Instead, televisions flickered with the jarring immediacy of a breaking news banner. Missile strikes reported at U.S. military base in Qatar. For fans of the long-running CBS soap opera, the sudden preemption was a disorienting jolt, as surreal as a surprise twin reveal or an amnesia plotline. But the gravity of the news quickly overtook even the most passionate concern for Ridge, Brooke, or Steffi's latest entanglements. This was not just a delay in daily drama, it was the incursion of real-world peril into the sacred midday ritual of escapism. War in soap. When worlds collide. At approximately 1:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, major networks cut into programming to report that Iranian ballistic missiles had targeted Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, a crucial hub for U.S. Central Command operations. The attack, which U.S. officials later confirmed as part of escalating tensions in the Gulf, sent shockwaves not just through diplomatic circles, but across the living rooms of millions tuning in for what should have been episode number 9765 of the beloved daytime drama. Instead of catwalks and couture, viewers were confronted with maps of the Middle East, military analysts describing missile trajectories, and Pentagon correspondents breathlessly relaying statements from the Department of Defense. And while national security understandably took center stage, the sudden absence of the Forresters and the Spencers left many unsettled, not just by geopolitics, but by the jarring sense that nothing, not even a 37-year television institution, was safe from the reach of international conflict. A loyal following feels the shock. Within minutes, hashtags began trending. Hashtag bold and preempted, hashtag where is Brooke, and, more pointedly, hashtag missiles over Malibu. Fans took to X, formerly Twitter, and Facebook in droves, expressing a surreal blend of concern, confusion, and disappointment. I'm trying to figure out if Finn found out the truth about Sheila, and now I have to become a foreign policy expert instead, one user posted. Is this how Ridge feels every time he's blindsided? Asked another. For many, The Bold and the Beautiful represents more than a soap opera. It's a comforting constant, a daily dip into a world where even the most outrageous problems can be solved with a well-timed slap, a longing stare, or a glass of wine on a designer couch. To have it suddenly replaced by the cold calculus of international warfare was, in its own way, a psychic rupture. Like other major networks, faced a stark choice: air regularly scheduled programming or fulfill its public responsibility to inform. According to insiders, the decision to preempt The Bold and the Beautiful was made in less than 2 minutes once confirmation of the missile strikes arrived. "It's never an easy call," said a senior CBS executive, speaking on background. "But when American lives may be at stake, when there's potential for escalation, and the world is watching, entertainment takes a backseat." CBS quickly released a statement promising that the missed episode would be made available online and would air in its entirety at a later time. Still, for many, the disruption was more than a programming hiccup. It was a reminder of how interconnected our world has become. Soap operas in times of crisis. This isn't the first time daytime drama has been interrupted by global events. The Gulf War, 9/11s, presidential impeachments, all have momentarily displaced soaps from their perch. But the emotional impact never wanes. For decades, these shows have offered solace during uncertain times, portraying crises that, while dramatic, are ultimately survivable and resolved within a week or two. To some media scholars, this latest preemption underscores how vital these shows are in anchoring a sense of normalcy. "Soap operas are ritualistic," said Dr. Naomi Carlson, a professor of media psychology. "They create continuity in people's lives. When they're interrupted by actual crises, it forces viewers to grapple with uncertainty in a far less controlled narrative. The real-life drama unfolds. As the U.S. military assessed damage and casualties from the attack, questions swirled. Was this an isolated retaliation, or the beginning of a broader conflict? Was the deployment in Qatar still secure? And what role would diplomacy play in the next 48 hours? Meanwhile, back on the CBS soundstage in Los Angeles, scripts remained untouched. Actors prepared for filming, uncertain how the real-world headlines might ripple through the show's schedule in coming days. There was talk, unconfirmed, of incorporating a subtle reference to world events in an upcoming episode. The longtime head writer Bradley Bell reportedly pushed back, stating, "Our job is to be the steady drumbeat of story, not the echo of the nightly news." A return to the familiar. By evening, reruns had resumed in most markets, and CBS assured viewers that The Bold and the Beautiful would return with a double episode the next day. Relief, though, was tinged with unease. Outside the fictional halls of Forrester Creations, real war drums were beating, and the stability of that sunny LA world felt suddenly more fragile. Yet perhaps that contrast is exactly what gives the show its enduring power. In a world of unpredictability, betrayal, and blurred truth, The Bold and the Beautiful offers something rare: consistency, melodrama with closure, and the unyielding belief that no matter how turbulent the day, there's always a better tomorrow, at least after the next commercial break. As missiles fly over desert skies and diplomacy is tested once again, fans of daytime TV find themselves watching a different kind of soap, one without a script, driven not by writers, but by the volatile choices of nations and leaders.